All right, people. So the first one we're going to tackle today is using LinkedIn. One of my favorite places to find contact information in general. So once you get down who you want to go after in terms of which companies you want to go after, this is how you're going to find the right stakeholders using LinkedIn. So in this example, let's go ahead and pretend that you are selling a marketing consulting service, right? And you want to sell it into different companies. So let's go ahead and go into LinkedIn to see exactly how you would enter this process. All right, guys, so we're back on LinkedIn. And so let's pretend that your marketing services, you want to sell it into really big, high growth tech companies. And you've identified on your hit list that Lyft is someone that could really benefit from your marketing consulting services. So in the search bar, and again, this is without any additional paid tools. It's not Sales Navigator or anything like that. This is LinkedIn that everybody can use for absolutely free. So what you want to do is go into the search bar, type in Lyft, which is the company that you're targeting, and you've already identified it to be in your ideal customer profile. Go ahead and click on it. And so once you click on Lyft, what's going to happen is you're going to see this section over here. It says, see all 9,923 employees. Go ahead and click that and you'll enter this section here. So what's going to happen is it's going to give you a list of all 9,000 people. Now, this is quite a bit of people to work with. So what you want to do is you want to narrow down your search. So again, if you're selling marketing services and we're, using the organizational chart, you're going to go for either the founder, the chief marketing officer, VP of marketing, head of marketing, director of marketing. So those are the titles that you want to go for. And so how you're going to search for them is on the side, you're going to be able to filter down based on keywords. And so in the company, you want to type in LYFT for Lyft. And in the title, let's just go ahead and do a general search for marketing and see what pops up. So typing this into LinkedIn. So we got marketing on Lyft. That's kind of vague. Marketing on Lyft, growth at, so this is an individual contributor, a little too low level for you to want to reach out to. So now we get this guy, Ari, Director of Entertainment Marketing. That sounds interesting because a director level is someone we may want to talk to. So what happens is you click on this guy and you see, Ari, REA, who's a director of entertainment marketing at Lyft. He's like, if you say, hey, this is someone I want to talk to, what you want to do is you want to copy and paste his name into your hit list. So companies over here, Lyft, the first name, his name's Ari. You want to get the first name out there. Then you want to get the last name, you put it over here. And in position, you just want to copy and paste this position. Director of Entertainment Marketing, click it. Go into position, copy and paste it again. An email address you don't know quite yet. We're going to go after the email later. You just want to get down his first, last name, and position. And that's pretty much what you're going to do. So now you have a director of entertainment marketing. And like I mentioned before, you can use this section on the side where it says people also viewed, and head of entertainment marketing. That's someone you definitely got to talk to. And then there's also entertainment marketing executive. So you kind of look through and see who's going to be the best fit for you. So this guy's another person that head of entertainment marketing. Of course, that's somebody you want to talk to. So again, you just copy and paste his name, go to the hit list, go ahead and put his first name in there first, copy and paste that, get the second name, put in the Lyft as a company, and then over here, copy and paste head of entertainment marketing for Lyft. And then you would put it down over here. So basically, and then on the side, you're going to find more people like head of influencer marketing, VP of marketing at Lyft. So these are the people that you want to reach out to. So once you find one person, it's basically going to open up a vein of all these other marketing people that you can reach out to, especially if it's a big company. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to navigate because there's a lot of different marketing positions. But once you find like one high level person on the people also viewed section, you're going to get all the other people as well. So basically, like I said before, go ahead and get 1 to 4 people at each company and go ahead and just drop them down on your list. And later you're going to fill out their email and reach out to them. But for now, since we're working in batches, just keep filling out as many positions as you can for all the different companies that you want to reach out to for your first campaign. And going back to the filter section, again, there's a lot of ways to slice and dice the information. Typically, the easiest thing to do is just to put in the company name and put in a keyword for whatever vertical you're selling into. And that should basically be enough for you to sift through and copy and paste all the names of people that you are trying to go after. And that's pretty much from a LinkedIn perspective. And again, Lyft is a really big company, so it works pretty well. But if you're going for smaller companies, as long as they're on LinkedIn, they're going to be able to be found using that company thing. And then you go ahead and just type in their title, and it could be like CEO or whatever the case may be, and you will definitely find them. And if you cannot find them, we're going to go into some other ways you can find other people's names and stakeholders at that target company. Okay, so if you can't find the name of the person that you want to talk to on LinkedIn, another great way to go about it is to use company websites. So I'm going to give you two examples. The first one being, how does it work if you go for a smaller company? And the second example is, how do you go for a larger company? And so when you have that breadth, you can kind of, use whichever one you feel makes the most sense for your business, and hopefully you find the right person to talk to. So let's go ahead and start with the smaller company example. So let's say you found a local creamery in the LA area that you want to do business with, and you found them on Yelp. So how you would go about it is you would click on their website, and on their website, basically, for most companies, they have an about page. So go ahead and click the about page. And then about page, as you can see, Kansha Creamery is James Tatsuya, Elaine Yukari ice cream shop dedicated to simple goodness and desserts. So basically now, just in the about page, you got the founders of who the ice cream shop is. You want to copy and paste that onto your hit list, and then you keep going down the list and collect more names. So that's how it's going to be if you're finding, a small local business on Yelp. But let's go ahead and go for a larger company. I'm on the website called lob.com, and it's an enterprise software API company that I actually used to work for. And what's really interesting about this, like all other, enterprise companies, is on the bottom, they typically have an about page, just like that ice cream shop we had. But this one's a little bit more extensive. So if you can't find a name on LinkedIn, a lot of times companies will put down their people or their employees on this about page. And as you can see, Dan Zhao, he's operations, Amy Wang, product and design, and you would basically just go down trying to find the person that you're trying to talk to. So after a couple steps, you see here Harry Zhang, who's the co-founder at Lob. He's someone that I definitely want to talk to if I'm trying to sell a product or service into this company. So I'm going to put him on the list. And then you go down and you just keep looking for people that seem interesting for what you're looking for. Oh, Lior, he's a CEO, co-founder, go ahead and put him on your list. And then you go down, 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 down. And basically, you just want to find the people that make the most sense and just add them to your list. And every different company, oh, this is a dog over here, chief cuddle officer, don't want to put that one on my list, but pretty much every company does have some kind of about page, and it's a really simple way you can find someone's name who works at a company who may be the right decision maker. So those are the two ways from going from a small company to a larger company. And of course, if you're going for really huge companies like an Oracle or Microsoft, those are really easy to find generally because it's all public information. But this is how you're going to do it for smaller companies, by using their website. All right. Moving forward, let's go ahead and dive into how to use your personal network to find the right stakeholder at the company you want to target. So the best place for using your personal network, by far, my favorite place, LinkedIn. So let's go ahead and dive into LinkedIn. All right, back on the LinkedIn website. So last time we went after the company Lyft. So let's go ahead and target Uber. So let's pretend you're selling a product or service and you want to get a meeting with Uber so that they could evaluate whether or not it would make sense to work with each other. So what you want to do, again, you go into the search and you type in Uber. Very, very simple. So people who work at Uber, boom, you're going to go into this page here. Now what you want to do is you want to use these filter pages to identify exactly what kind of person you want to target. So if you're selling a marketing product, software, or consulting service, let's go with that. So we type in marketing inside the filter, type it in, enter, boom, you got all the marketing people at Uber. So what's going to be interesting here is this shared connection place. So basically, I personally don't know Nicole Cooper, who's the head of marketing at Uber Southwest, but maybe I want to get a meeting with her. So LinkedIn is going to show me who I personally know and I'm connected with that is connected with her. So if we click on this guy right here, Ravi is actually someone that I used to work with at Oracle when I first started out in my career. So what I could do is I could send Ravi an email or send him a message and say, hey, I noticed that you're connected to Nicole Cooper. I'm not sure if she's the right person I should talk to, but do you know anyone that I should be, speaking with at Uber? And basically, he's going to either make an introduction to you and Nicole, or he might recommend you to another person who works at Uber. So basically, for every company that you're going after, you can just use your shared connections, ask them if they know anybody that works at whatever company you're targeting, and see if they can make an introduction. And then from there, either they're going to introduce you, or maybe they can't, maybe they don't know that person personally. So then you just keep moving on. But for the most part, that's how you are going to use your loose connections to get introductions into companies that you want to target. So, another example is going down, this guy, Kellen Smith Kenny is the VP marketing at Uber. That's exactly who I want to talk to. Let's see who's connected with her. Thomas Pan. So Thomas Pan is one of my friends I knew from college, and he used to be the senior marketing manager at Uber. So I can send him a message and say, hey, I noticed that you moved on to head of marketing at Phil, but I'm trying to talk to someone at Uber. Who do you recommend I talk to about marketing? And so he might recommend me to someone at the high level of marketing that he personally worked with. So again, it's very simple. Just use your connections on LinkedIn so that they can connect you to the right person at the company you are going after. So that's everything you need to know on using your personal network and using LinkedIn as a way to mine that data and actually use it. All right, so the last way we are going to identify the stakeholders of a company is to use articles and press releases you can find on any search engine like Google to figure out who you should be reaching out to. And so typically, the other methods that I've shown you already, that should already be enough to get you the right person you need to talk to. But if all of those do not work, this is another way you can find the right person. And again, it always depends on the industry and what you're selling. So this may or may not work depending on the industry, but this does work a lot of the times. So articles and press releases. Basically in Google, this is what you're going to search. You're going to type in the person's position, then the company name, and then the word press release after it. So if you want to find the head of marketing at Uber in Google, you're going to type head of marketing Uber press release, and you're going to get a lot of articles, and one of them will tell you exactly who the head of marketing is. The second thing that you can type in is putting in the position and then the company name and then the word said. So it would be similar to finding what the head of marketing said as a quote, and in Google it's head of marketing Uber said. And finally, if you want to just type in the vertical like marketing and then the company name after, so if you type in marketing at Uber, then you're going to get a lot of articles of people who are in the marketing department who said something and they work at Uber, so they may be a fit for you. So let's go ahead and go into Google so that I can give you an example of this. All right, guys, so we are on the Googles. So let's go ahead and try that. So Chief Marketing Officer at Lyft press release. Let's go ahead and type that in. And on fortune.com, we see that it looks like I can find the person's name over here. So, this article was written in 2016 of last year. So let's see. Executive, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Raj Kapoor has joined Lyft in the new position as Chief Strategy Officer. Melissa Waters, Vice President of Brand and Product and Marketing, is taking over as Head of Marketing. There we go. That's the information we need. So as of October 20th, 2016, Melissa Waters is now the head of marketing at Uber. So what you want to do is put Melissa Waters into your hit list as the head of marketing, and she's going to be one of the potential people you can reach out to. Now you can do this for large companies like Uber and Lyft, and this also works for local small medium businesses in your area because a lot of times they get interviewed by news publications. So this is just another way you can use to find the names of the people at the stakeholders that you are going after. And with that said, with all those different methods that I showed you in this section, those are a lot of different ways you can find the right person at the right company. And in the next section, I'm going to show you how you can find their emails so then you could start reaching out to them.